What's up, guys? It is arm day in the gym. It's Sunday. So we're going to keep it basic because that's the best way, I think. We're going to start with some alternating dumbbell curls. We're just going to go as heavy as we can and then drop set all the way down. So right now I got the adjustable dumbbell set to 25. So start there. We'll start pyramiding up. I don't really know how many sets this is going to be. I don't really care. I'm just trying to get that peak weight and then drop set for the volume. So, you know what I mean? Let's just get after it. These things are a little wonky, but after you get used to them a little bit, they're not too bad. These are more feeler sets. These aren't really for anything other than really help warming up the arms, really helping with the mind-muscle connection. I like to bring the pinkies out at the end of the exercise. Wasn't bad. We'll see how heavy we go with these alternator curls, because most of the time I can do some pretty good weight without so much swinging. You know, I like when you get real heavy, you're probably going to need a little bit of swinging. It's essentially a compound movement. You're rotating and all of that, and it's getting heavier. So be more isolation if you're just, you know, kind of bent over, just doing one single. I'm not trying to do that. We want compounds. We want to bring in as many muscle fibers, recruit as many as we can. That way we get a lot of stimulation everywhere. Obviously the bulk of it's going to be in the bicep, but I want the forearms engaged, side of our biceps engaged, kind of want as much as possible engaged. So these are great, man. So you just rotate the little dial. So we'll just go up to, you know what, we'll just go to 35. The ones that I have go up to 90 pounds. They've got the Bowflex ones that are, you know, they go up to like 52 pounds or something like that. These go up to 90. My wife got these for me a couple years ago, and I have put these things through the ringer. They've never messed up at all. I don't recommend slamming these things. They would probably break if you slammed them, but you know, I feel like I've been a little rough with them, honestly, but they've been working. So let's just do another one. This is 35. I don't really go by sets and reps. I kind of go until it feels right, because I'd like to fail at the highest weight that I can with a little bit of reps. I'm not looking for 1 rep maxes, but you know, if I've got reps in the tank that I know are beneficial for higher weight, that's what I want. And then you drop set from that, because you know, I'm not on gear, I'm not on test or anything like that, so I need to get the most out of compounds, the most out of heavy weight, and I need to get the volume at the same time. So that's kind of my approach on it, and I like to do that with all of my exercises regardless. So I'm already getting a little bit of a pump from that. That's what I want. So that was 35. So let's bump it up to 40. Let's get another feeler set in there. So I really don't really go by the reps. Just do it till it feels good, because as the exercise progresses and you get more into the sets, you start getting into the stimulation sets, the stimulation reps. you know, all this beginning stuff it's not really doing a whole lot. But once you get to the point where you're getting close to failure, that's when things start clicking, things start turning on. So that's the goal. So we're just going to keep climbing. So these are 40s. So let's go ahead and give them for a ride. It felt good. Wasn't bad. The only thing about these dumbbells is they're so bulky as you get into the heavier weights. So if you own some like these, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They work great, but they're just, as you start getting more of these plates onto them, you know, sometimes like curling, because they're so wide, sometimes they'll hit. It'll just be kind of a pain, but you know, I've been using them for years, so it's like I'm kind of used to changing the movement a little bit at the sake of how big these things are. Now, I have these regular dumbbells, but my smaller ones only go up to 35. I have 150, and then I got some York 55. So down the road, I'll have to get some more, because for me, I love drop setting. So when it comes to drop sets, these dumbbells are not the most convenient thing to drop set, because it's like as soon as you're done with them, you put them down, then you have to change each dial, pick them up again. And then when you're trying to go fast, sometimes the dumbbells, they don't line up correctly real quick. But you know, when you're trying to get it done, what's it matter? You know what I mean? The handling of the weights is going to help your forearms, and it's practically a compound exercise just from handling the weights. So all right, so right now I'm at 50 pounds. So let's see how this goes. See what I mean by trying to line them up? That wasn't bad for 50 pounds. That wasn't bad at all. Probably up it up to 55. I don't know. I'd like to get to 60 pounds. At least 5 reps on each side and start drop setting. And then, you know, that exercise is going to be obliterated just from drop sets all the way down. But if you're someone like me, you need your workouts quick. You have a home gym, minimal stuff. You know, something like this. This is all you really need. You know, assuming your protein's high and your diet's good. But this will get it done. Even if you have the ones that go up to 50 pounds and you keep them under your bed or next to your bed or something like that, you could do anything with these and just blast them heavy as you can, and then drop set on the way down. All right, so let's get these to 55. We'll turn the dials. Man. All right, let's get this set. Whoa. Getting a little heavy. Oh man, that was pretty heavy, but it felt good though. So I don't mind once you get into the heavier weight, getting a little bit of that swing. It doesn't bother me. I need to recruit as many muscle fibers as I can, but as you get up in weight trying to handle these things, it's a workout in itself just handling them. So now I'm a little hesitant on the 60 pounds because that last one, you know, but I'm going to try the 60s. because my biceps, my arms in general, feel pretty spent from those 55s. So whew, let me just get a breather. But I say take the 60s for a ride. I'm gonna try to get 5. They might not be clean, but I'm gonna pick some weight up, and then we'll drop set down. What I like to do too is when I go to drop set from these and I'm trying to be quicker, when I get to the weight levels that match this, so obviously, like I said, go to 35. So I'll go here, lower this till I can, and sometimes if I'm feeling really good, I'll run the rack. I'll run the whole rack, and that'll obliterate my arms and my forearms and all that stuff. It's like very good exercise, and like I'm getting my money's worth out of this exercise alone. I haven't even done anything else. I'm literally just doing curls, and I like to go as high as I can, and then just use those drop sets for the volume. So hopefully I can get this up curled wise. If not, it's not the end of the world. You just lower the weight and you keep going. All right, y'all pray for me. Didn't happen. That's fine. So like I said, we'll drop set it. I'm gonna go down to 40 because my left arm didn't really get a little bit of anything on that, which is fine. So dials down to 40. Oh, jeez. All right. See, I'm struggling to get them in. When you're in a rush, it's like, it works though. So that was 40. I'm going to keep drop setting. So like I said, I have some that'll continue from that. So here are my 35. So I'm just going to pick these up. The one thing too is the weight is the same, but the distribution on how it feels is a little different. So these are a little more compact. All right, that was 35. All right, I'm gonna do the 30s. I like to get my money's worth out of exercises, you know. There's no point in me doing 3 sets of 10 and I did them all perfectly, and then I go to another exercise. Oh man, that was terrible. Oh, they're burning. So I'm gonna do 25s. And as you get lighter in weight, you'll obviously be able to do more reps. But like I said, that's where the volume comes in. Oh man. All right. I think they're pretty spent. So let's go ahead and get to the next exercise, right? Same principle. Heavy, get us down to where we need to be. All right, so I'm gonna stick with these. We're gonna do some dumbbell hammer curls. I love hammer curls. They're probably my favorite bicep exercise period, because they hit the top of your forearms, and you get so much width from that. So I mean, there's just all of this. That's you're getting a lot of the meat and potatoes of your arms from that exercise. And I like to do them heavy, but like I said, I like to get the volume out of it. So we'll probably start with 25, and I'll just aim for 12 reps as a start. And my goal is going to be to up the weight every time and try to get 12 reps. And then once I get to a point where I'm just not getting 12 reps or I'm struggling, then I'm going to drop set down and just destroy them. So I'm at 25. So let's just go ahead. See that? That's what happens. That's what happens. So what we'll do, I like to say straight. I don't really like to swing this. And that's it for that one. You know, that's kind of the feeler set. So when you're trying to rush things, these things like to pop out every once in a while, but it's no big deal. They just pop right back in. So that was 12 reps there. So we're going to up it to 30. And same principle. You know, I like to keep my rest periods in between sets kind of short, because I'm somebody who I like to be shredded a little bit. And, you know, I don't do my cardio. So my short rest periods, they're not cardio, but they're, you know, it's better than waiting 2 minutes for the sake of, you know, trying to, you know what I mean. It's just, all right, so we're at 30. Let me see if I can pick this up right without dropping them. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that was 13, but whatever. Extra one for good luck. That last rep, really felt it, but we're gonna keep going again. Like I said, don't really care about the sets. I'm going up till you can't, because to me that's the point of what we're doing. You know, if I'm giving someone advice, they're like, how many sets and reps should I do for this exercise? Well, that's dependent on you. That's dependent on the weight you can handle and the reps you can handle, and are you reaching that point of stimulation? Because, you know, your 3 reps of 12, or I'm sorry, 3 sets of 12 reps and my 3 sets of 12 reps could be vastly different. Like yours, you could just be doing this all day with like the 10s, whatever. And I'm over here just like struggling to even get to 12. I might get 9, I might get 10, but at that point I have failed. So that's the goal of that. You know what I mean? And if you're someone who your weight can only go up so much, up the reps and get to that failure point, and then drop set to whatever you have. You know, even if it's just, it ends up being body weight exercises to that specific muscle group, whatever it is. So that's what I recommend. So let's go ahead and, this is 35. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was 12. That last one hurt. I felt it. Definitely felt it. Should probably drink some water, huh? I've just been working out, not drinking any water at all. So that felt pretty good. So I have a good feeling that we're going to go up to 40 with the hammer curls. And I might not get 12 on those just because of how the 35s felt. So this might be one that we fail on. And then guess what? Drop set to really burn all that. I'm feeling a little bit of juice in the arms. So that's good. That's what we want. That's what we're chasing. So All right, so let's pick them up and see what we can do with my bulky bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not happening. They're not coming up. So those are 40s. We're going to come to, I'm going to just grab the 20s. And this is just my failure point. I'm getting the most out of each exercise. And that's it with that one. Man. So if you have a home gym, you don't have a lot of those, get you some adjustable dumbbells. At least get you up there. They make other ones that are smaller, more compact. I mean, they make power block dumbbells that go up to 140, 160 pounds. They're huge, but, you know, they're awesome. They're also like $2,000 for some adjustable dumbbells, but I mean, if you're picking up weight, they're great. But these only go up to 90 pounds, so that's all I need for me, you know, because I do so many drop sets. I'm hitting failure so often that it's hard for me to really get to a peak weight that much, nor do I really worry about how strong I get. I'm all about creating the physique and showing transitions from one muscle group to the next. So that's about all I need. Now, this may progress into a point where I just need more weight. And to me, I feel like if you're at that point, that's when the barbells need to come in. Okay. Like, obviously dumbbells are great, but if you're picking up some weight, barbells are the way to go. Unless you're like, you know, benching with dumbbells, which is great. Then I can see the bigger dumbbells for stuff like that. But for the average guy like me, we'll see where it goes. So next exercise, I think we'll do some reverse curls and really just finish off the forearms because, you know, I just like hitting the curls this way, hammer curls this way, and then just finish the whole rotation and just really hit, you know, the brachii, the upper forearm, and really just blast it, be done. And then hopefully we can move into some triceps. So let's get that set up, right? All right. I got 25 on each side. I don't know how well this will come up, but oh man, I love reverse curls. They really just hit that forearm so well. Really the meat and potatoes of your lower arms. I'm probably going to stay at this weight just because I barely got anything there. And I'm just going to hit failure for probably 3 more sets. 2 or maybe 2, I don't know. Because my arms are feeling spent on the front side. So keep my breaks short. Failure, that's good. I think I'm only going to do 1 more set because, you know, when you start to feel in other areas other than the muscle groups, the main ones more, that's when you know you need time to chill. So we'll do 1 more set, 1 more failure set. My rest period's not going to be very long. I just need to get enough to, you know, get the arms semi-recovered. Whether that's true or not, I don't, you know. All right. Last one. We go. Oh, come on. Oh, just didn't move. So that's it for the bicep part. I guess now we'll just hit some triceps, you know. My arms are kind of fried, so we might stick with the cables on the triceps. I don't know. Maybe we'll throw some skull. I don't know. It all changes how it goes. I never really have a plan of exercises because you may be doing one exercise and then that exercise changes the dynamics of what you want to do. So, all right, let's get triceps set up. All right, got our cable machine set up. You know, it's funny. I got this cable machine off Temu for like $170. And it's been awesome. Now it doesn't have the, you know, the built-in weights and stuff like that, but you can just slide weights on there and, you know, it gets it done. I connected these two, so it's all in sync, but you can separate these and cut it in half and cut the weight in half and stuff like that. But I don't like the individual cables. I'm not a fan, unless it's like more than one post where you can, then I'm cool with it. But if it's just one, I don't need my weight split in half when I can just lower the weight. It just, I don't know. That's just me. But we'll just do some rope pull downs. Really get the blood in there. When I get to the bottom, I like to act like I'm spreading them apart. I don't want to hold them there, but that felt pretty good. I got a mirror here, so I got to be careful. I end up staring at myself for too long. So I say we'll throw some fives on there and just really just build up slow and get to those failure sets, you know. And then, you know, maybe we'll throw a drop set in there. This is a good exercise for the meat of the tricep, you know, just the bulk of it. Especially if you're somebody whose elbows hurt consistently. Sometimes I do, sometimes they don't. It's different week to week, because there's times where I can just do skull crushers and I feel great. And then there's other times I'm doing skull crushers and my elbows feel a little wonky. So if I start to do that, I'll lower the weight, keep doing it, or not, I'll just come to the cable machine. All right. It's so funny about this because I really only have 15 pounds on each side, but it does not feel like that at all. You know, the 30 pounds of this and then a 30-pound dumbbell, it just feels not the same, not even close. This obviously feels heavier, which is perfect because I can use less weight and really get the most, because it's crazy, you know. Like a good example is I can do rows on this, and I'll do some cable rows up to like 200 pounds, you know, and just hang around there. This, I don't know. I think it's because of the plates or how this is made, but I'll get to like 120 pounds on here of added weight, and it just feels the same as the selectorized weights. I don't know. It's crazy. It's weird. I don't know, but that's cool because I'm just trying to stimulate. So we'll take these fives off. We'll just throw another 10 on there. Getting to a point where, when it comes to plates in general, that I need way more plates. I'm not too worried about the dumbbells because, like I was saying earlier, do a lot of failure training with those and a lot of drop sets, a lot of volume. But when it comes to stuff with plates, especially heavier weight, I'm going to need more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's good. That failed there. I'll probably do one more set of that, and then we'll drop set it, and then we'll change the attachment to maybe like a flat bar, because we're hitting the side and then splitting at the bottom, but this time we're just going to stay consistently, really hit the back of the tricep. And then probably we'll keep that bar and we'll do reverse. We'll just hit the whole circle of everything. And then, I mean, honestly, that's probably we'll call it. That'll be the workout. So let's get it. Drop set. Drop sets, baby, drop sets. All right. Change the attachments. I think we should up the intensity a little bit and just start moving faster. So I'm going to take a little breather. I need to get some water because I haven't had any water this entire time. It's probably because I'm flapping my gums too much, honestly. Same principle. Start low, work your way up to the failure sets, drop it down, burn it out, and be done. So I don't think I'm really recovered after that last one, but I don't really care because I'm trying to get them pumped up, honestly. Like they're doing all right for a skinny guy, not bad for a little skinny guy like me. All right, so here's a couple ways you can do this. Obviously, you can come here. You can do the push down method like this. Really bring your elbows out. That's an old classic one right there, but we're going to stick with this for right now. Really get that extension. Oh. No. And they're already spent from the rope. Honestly, we'll probably just hang out here for a couple sets and just fail out. And we'll change the grips, fail out. And that's it. Short and sweet, intense. Short, sweet, and intense. Oh, my arms are burning, bro. Yeah, man, if you guys have a home gym, you guys train at home, and you guys are interested in a cable machine, I would definitely get one like this. If it's got the selective weights, the weight stack, I would prefer that because imagine drop zone. You just change the weight done 2 seconds. This is, you gotta go get the weight, take the weight off, and not the most convenient, but then again, it's at your house, so it seems pretty convenient. All right, so let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I really reached failure there. I may call it on that exercise. We'll just go to reverse. Finish that out, blast that out. Really hit the whole bulk of the tricep, and then maybe my arms will grow. Maybe I'll have some 22-inch arms from this. Probably not. But a guy can dream, right? All right, let's do some reverse curls. And the elbows in, poke your ass out, straight down. All right. Oh, that was rough. I was aiming for 12. And I only got a little bit. I kind of want to up the weight a little bit. Maybe if I up the weight, maybe I'll add 5s. And then drop set and just take the 5s off. And because, I mean, if this is going to be my last one, let's get our money's worth at the whole exercise, you know. And then my arms are going to be done. I'm going to be spent, and then I'm going to go eat. And I got some house stuff to do. So, all right. Come on. Look at me. I'm so messed up I picked the wrong grip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Oh, shit. All right. Let's pop the 5s off. And just finish strong. If this is the only thing in life that I would love to fail at, it's right here. Oh, shit. And that's it. That's my arm day in my little home gym. I mean, that's not bad. Not bad for a little guy. If you like this kind of content, want to see more home gym stuff, you know, just doing the basics. That's it. Please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next workout.